Howdy friends, welcome back to the Outpost. In today's episode, I want to share with you an item that I located and acquired in my local area of Western Kentucky at a post-estate sale. Okay, real quick before we get into any of that stuff, let me explain to you what a post-estate sale is. An estate sale is usually when there is a loved one that has passed away and the items are collected from their belongings and put up for sale. And after the sale is done, there's actually usually items that are left over that didn't make the sale. This is something that I got after the sale. Yep, you got it. Another gun. Now hold on, this ain't just another old gun. This is special. Let's take a look. Introducing the OF Mossberg & Son 46 MB 22 long rifle. All right, what's the big deal, Tim? You got another 22 rifle. Wrong. These particular guns were only manufactured from 1947 to 1952, which means that this makes this an incredibly collective firearm. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the really cool features on this old gun. First of all, one of the features that really pops out at you right away is the fact that this is a bolt action rifle. Also the fact that it came equipped with a pistol grip. Vintage iron sights. This one right here you're looking at is on the barrel of the gun. And of course, let's not forget about the front peep sight. It also came with a contour design on the stock for added comfort on your shoulder. This gun also has swivel style strap mounts, two of them. One back here on the stock and one up here at the barrel. This gun comes with a classic tube-fed ammunition holder. Let me show you how that works. This right here, my friends, is where you would load up your ammunition. Speaking of ammunition, let's talk about that for a minute. First of all, not all 22 firearms are the same. There's a lot of different features. This particular gun happens to be a bolt action, which makes it very, very rare because there's not a lot of bolt action 22 rifles that are out there that you're going to find in this age range. Second of all is the type of ammunition you can put into these guns. What makes this thing so unique is the fact being is it can hold just about anything that is 22 caliber, such as short rounds, and long rifle rounds. Let's talk about the capacity that this particular gun has when it comes to ammunition. Now, if you wanted to shoot short rounds in here, the capacity of this particular gun is 22 rounds. If we're going with just long, it's 18 rounds. If we're going with the long rifle, the bigger rounds and stuff, the capacity is 15. All right, one last thing I want to share with you all before we decide to try this gun out and see how it works is the fact being that these types of firearms are untraceable, and the government doesn't want you to have these guns. Up until the Firearms Act of 1968, these types of firearms were not required to have serial numbers on them, so they're untraceable. Let's have some fun and shoot this gun. All right, I got a couple targets set up about 30 yards down there. Let me see if I can zoom this in. You can have a look. See that right down there. And we'll see how accurate this gun is. It doesn't have scope. Remember, they're iron sights. Let's have a go. I'd say that ain't too bad. Out of 15 shots at 120 feet away, we landed 11 in the paint. Almost a bullseye. Well, hey, that's going to do for this one. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching me shoot off guns again, like I love to do, one of my favorite pastimes. But in this case, a vintage Mossberg & Son 22 long rifle, bolt action, post-World War II, still shoots 80 years later, almost probably the day that it came off the line. And that young man that bought this back in the day, this was his pride and joy, and somehow, somewhere, it slipped in my hands. Got any comments, questions, leave them down below. Until next time, I'll see you on the Outpost.